Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Road work is paused for most of this holiday weekend along Washington highways, but traffic will continue to reroute around two major intersection projects here in north central Washington. The leader of the U.S. Forest Service visited the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest this week to hear from local agencies involved in preventing wildfire. Thunderstorms are back in the forecast tomorrow and then unseasonably warm for our holiday weekend. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies are warning of a scam aimed at local residents which impersonates law enforcement and asks victims to turn over money. The sheriff's office says the telephone scam making the rounds involves a caller impersonating a currently active deputy, addressing the victims by name and telling them they need to make a payment for a missed court date by activating a gift debit card. The sheriff's office does not collect court fees and does not take gift card payments. Deputies are warning residents to stay alert and report scam calls of this kind to their local police agencies. Road work is paused for most of this holiday weekend along Washington highways, but traffic will continue to reroute around two major intersection projects in north central Washington. Wenatchee's Easy Street roundabout at the intersection with Highway 2 and 97 remains under construction, and motorists still aren't able to access Easy Street itself from the highway. Work there will resume next week, and detours remain in place in the meantime. In the Columbia Basin, the White Trail Road cutoff that joins Highway 28 and 281 remains shut down while a roundabout goes in at that busy intersection west of Quincy. The closure means eastbound motorists headed to I-90 must continue through Quincy rather than jogging south on White Trail. And speaking of Memorial Day, the Wenatchee Patriotic Council is set to honor veterans in 4 different services on Monday. The day will begin at 9 a.m. at the Veterans section of the Wenatchee Cemetery, where there will be a posting of the colors, laying of wreaths at a marker, and rifle volley, followed by taps. At 10 a.m., a short ceremony will be held to honor those who were lost at sea at the midspan of the pedestrian bridge over the Columbia River. Then at 11 a.m., everyone will gather at the Veterans section of Evergreen Memorial Park, and the last event will be held at noon, where the American flag will be raised to full staff at Pybus Public Market. The Wenatchee Patriotic Council is comprised of leaders of local veteran groups, and this year's ceremonies will be led by Commander Brad Pirot of the Wenatchee Valley Veterans of Foreign Wars. Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz signed the city proclamation Thursday night declaring Pride Month for the month of June, celebrating Wenatchee's LGBTQ population. The annual Wenatchee Pride celebration will take place Saturday, June 3rd in Memorial Park. That same day, Wenatchee's City Hall building on Yakima Street will show off its Pride colors.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Every year we get these and I'm just like, nice. It's really great to see y'all here and to see this and know that for a fact Wenatchee is taking monumental strides in creating an equal opportunity for all people.
I want to thank each and every single one of you individually for this proclamation. I think now more than ever this is incredibly important to stand by us, to uplift us, and be allies, and I think it speaks volumes that the city of Wenatchee is willing to do that for us.
When we come back, the leader of the U.S. Forest Service visited the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest this week to hear from local agencies involved in preventing wildfire. The community garden on the corner of Okanogan and Yakima Streets officially opened yesterday. And the Eastmont Metro Parks and Recreation Department has added an outdoor gym to its offerings. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza. Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
I had had a seizure in the middle of the night, and they rushed me to the hospital and decided to induce labor to try to get the baby out. The outpouring of love and support I got from Confluence Health. My coworkers coming to the ICU to be with me. For me, it's the work family. It's just incredible to have support no matter what I'm going through in my personal life, my own health.
The leader of the U.S. Forest Service visited the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest this week to hear from local agencies involved in preventing wildfire. Chief Randy Moore was on hand in Plain Tuesday for the 10th anniversary of the North Central Washington Forest Health Collaborative. It's a collection of partner agencies dedicated to forest restoration. The group is advocating for the Upper Wenatchee Pilot Project, a restoration plan that would treat 75,000 acres of forest to reduce hazardous fuels around Lake Wenatchee, Plain, and Leavenworth. Leaders, including Chelan County commissioners, forestry companies, and tribal representatives, attended the event held at Mountain Spring Lodge in Plain. The community garden on the corner of Okanogan and Yakima Streets officially opened yesterday. Representatives from the city said a few words before joining a few gardeners who got right to work after the ribbon cutting. The garden beds were quickly reserved, and of the 50 plots, only one was left at the time of opening. NCWLIFE News caught up with City of Wenatchee Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Services Director Dave Erickson to hear more about how the project came to be.
The city acquired this property. Well, we owned it for a long time, but it turned into a park property back in 2017. And so what we did is a community outreach effort where we asked the residents of Wenatchee, what would you like to see in this spot? Through that process, we came up with about 8 different master plans for the property. And through the narrowing down process, a community garden sort of came to the top. And so from that time, then we've just been waiting for budget approval to move ahead with it. Last year, we got authority to do the first phase and built the fence and some of the outside landscaping. And then this year we got budget approval to finish it up. And so that's everything else. What you see behind me is the fence and the sidewalk and the garden beds and all that good stuff. You know, the goal is to turn a spot in the city that was not really productive or being used for anything and turn it into something that was productive that would really serve the residents of the area. So this garden not only serves just the local neighborhood here, but then also those apartment folks that, you know, you've seen a lot of apartments growing in Wenatchee. And so this will also help those people that would like to garden as well.
Visitors to Eastmont Community Park now have a new fitness option. The Eastmont Metro Parks and Recreation Department has added an outdoor gym to the offerings just outside the Aquatic Center. The new 7-station gym has all the gear and instructions you'll need for a quick workout round. The gym was officially completed yesterday after installation by a private contractor. The department says it plans to schedule a ribbon cutting ceremony in the weeks to come. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will show you what it looks like to climb a 100-foot tree to rescue a cat. Thunderstorms will return tomorrow with unseasonably warm temperatures this weekend and next week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to Blueberry Hills to experience some real treats. Take a look at our homemade cream pies, our amazing cheesecakes, and don't forget our famous banana pudding. Remember, we're more than just great treats. People come from all over the world to experience what has been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
Nah.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. So relax, it's done.
Normally, Leavenworth arborist Gray Tampa is someone you call to prune or take down a tree. But occasionally, he'll use his skills to get a cat out of trouble as well. Gray owns Tumwater Tree Service, and last week he pulled a stranded kitty from its perch 100 feet up a Douglas fir. In tonight's feature story, here's what they look like from Gray's helmet camera.
Hey buddy, you're way up there. Hey buddy, hi. How you doing up here? Okay, you ready? Oh, nice cat. All right, come on. Let's get you out of there. Come on, cat. Stop resisting. Hiya. Ow. Oh, we got sharp claws. Ow. This is a rescue mission, man. Stop making this so hard. No regret. Boom! Alright. Cat, safe.
Looks so tired. Thanks, man.
Good cat.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Friday. Now the official start to our long Memorial Day weekend. Hope you have Monday off. And remember, I didn't even know this existed. National Don't Fry Day. I think that'll be Monday because that's going to be our hottest day. Remember, wear sunblock when you're outside because you are going to need it. Our 4-day forecast, look at some of these temperatures, up to 84. Not going to get there today, but Saturday I think will be between that in the lower 80s, probably 85 Sunday, and even warmer than that on Monday. So when you are outside enjoying the long weekend with your family, don't forget the sunscreen. Got fairly warm today, too. We've been creeping up into the 70s all week long, from 72 to 75. Here we are, 78 now unofficially today. 74 is our normal high for this time of year. Our record high, 89 degrees, and that was set back in 2001. 54 our low this morning. 51 is normal, and a nice warm record low, 40, not too bad, set back in 1973. We did have that little rain shower early this morning. It brought us 3/100ths of an inch of rain. I know we could use more than that. That gets us to 2.80 for the year and still almost 9/10 below where we should be for moisture since January 1st. Sunrise 5:13 this morning, and it sets tonight for us at 8:45. All right, let's get you into that holiday weekend now, and it is going to be a nice one tomorrow, except that chance for thunderstorms. Temperature-wise, though, no problem at all. 83s throughout the Columbia Basin, Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. And then, as usual, just slightly cooler back to the west. Wenatchee, any at 82s. Nice and warm for Chelan and Omak at 83. Cashmere, also a nice day tomorrow at 81 degrees. Taking a look at what we can expect tonight, mostly clear skies. There's our friend, high pressure, and it's bringing that nice Pacific flow into the Pacific Northwest. Mild tonight with low temperatures into those upper 50s. And then for Saturday, things get a little active in the afternoon. You can see the cluster of clouds. This mostly sunny in the morning. Here's our afternoon, and we are kind of in that bullseye. Most of the thunderstorm activity will be over in the Spokane area. Once again, keep your eye on the sky, low 80s for highs tomorrow. On Sunday, things really begin to get nice. Sunny skies. We will see warmer temperatures, maybe some wispy high clouds for Sunday with high temperatures in the mid-80s. And then for Memorial Day, boy, I hope you have plans outdoors. It is going to be gorgeous. Sunny skies, clear all over the western United States. We're going to warm up to into the mid and even upper 80s. No record highs, but we'll be flirting with them on Memorial Day. For Tuesday then, sunny, continued warm. High pressure is just not going anywhere. Still that nice onshore warm flow, mid-80s for Tuesday. Just a slight cool down as we get into Wednesday. Sunny skies will remain warm. An area of low pressure will begin to kind of crunch down our ridge a little bit. Not going to affect us all that much. Highs in the low 80s for Wednesday. And then as we get you into the end of the forecast on Thursday, really no change at all. Sunny and still warm. And we will see high temperatures again at the end of our forecast into those low 80s. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast now. 58 overnight tonight. Chance of those afternoon thunderstorms tomorrow and 82. And then I'll just get out of the way and let you enjoy these beautiful set of days. Sunday right through Thursday. Sunday 84. Memorial Day, I hope you have outdoor plans with the family. 86. And then low to mid 80s from Tuesday right through Thursday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run cameras so I can get back down on the broadcast and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's a Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I got to go figure out this camera.
Well, a happy Friday coming to you from Johnson O'Brien Stadium here in Ephrata. Eric Grandstrom on the NCWLIFE channels. We have 2 state championship tournaments happening here this weekend. Final 4 for the State 1B and then the State 2B as well. The Brewster Bears are here this weekend trying to repeat as State 2B champions. Earlier today, it was Mount Vernon Christian winning their semifinal over Liberty Christian by a final of 9-4. So they move on to the championship game. And the game that is ongoing right now, it has Nacelle, the defending 1B champions, leading DeSales by a score of 4-0. So if Nacelle can hang on to win, they will go on to face Mount Vernon Christian for the championship. That'll be tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The loser of this game will take on Liberty Christian at 10 o'clock in the morning for 3rd or 4th place. Still to come here at Johnson O'Brien Stadium. In the semifinals of the 2B tournament, it's Adna and Tootle Lake in the first game. That'll be followed by Tri-Cities Prep and Brewster in the nightcap. That starts tonight at 7 o'clock. Again, Brewster trying to repeat as state champions. We'll get more local sports coming up here in a moment. First of all, let's talk about what happened to the Mariners. For the first time in 31 years, Seattle swept a 4-game series from the Oakland Athletics last night by winning by a score of 3-2. Seattle starter Logan Gilbert basically made one mistake in the game in the top of the first on a pitch to Seth Brown, who hit it for a 2-run home run. After that, Gilbert dominated for 8 innings. Offensively, the Mariners could only muster 5 hits, but 2 of those were home runs by Ty France.
That might change. Hernandez back, and it's 2-0 Oakland. Seth Brown unloads on Gilbert, scoring Noda, and the A's strike first on this Thursday night.
He's kind of like a Paul Sewald light.
France, high fly on its way, gone. Ty France checking it right away. That wrist is all right. Mariners on the board, 2-1 Athletics.
Ty France does such a great job of getting even and getting balanced with his lower half, and that puts his hands in a position to just whip through the zone.
France pelts this deep. France left field, his first multi-homer game as a Mariner. He revisits Edgar's porch.
His adjustability is his strength. His bat just stays in the zone a really long time. His lower body is what keeps him so efficient.
The stretch and the 3-1 pitch, and it's up high for a ball 4. That's going to force in the go-ahead run. A bases loaded walk to Eugenio Suarez. It forces in Ty from 3rd, and the Mariners have the lead for the first time in the ball game, 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th, and the bases are still loaded. Mariners 1 out away from a 4-game sweep. Fly ball out to Julio. This should do it. Julio underneath. The Mariners win.
Manager Scott Service was quick to credit starter Logan Gilbert and added that Ty France didn't seem to be too bothered by that hit to the hand on a pitch here a couple of nights ago. Meanwhile, interesting situation for the game-winning run in the 8th inning as Eugenio Suarez was a little bit indisposed and then had to come to the plate.
Yeah, things kind of unfolded rather quickly. Julio gets up there and swings at the first pitch, and Gino was down going to the bathroom and came up and put his batting gloves on, and they intentionally walked Jared immediately. And Gino had no idea what the guy threw. Never seen him before. Go play baseball. Hunting a good pitch, didn't get a good pitch he could swing at. It worked out okay. Sometimes that happens. You know what I mean? And it seems like it happens to Gino maybe more than others, but it worked out okay. He was on pitches. I even thought best swing he took all night might have been the pop-up he hit on the slider on the at-bat before he hit the double. I thought he was on time tonight. And he got on some fastballs and gets the ball in the air a little bit. So he's definitely moving in the right direction. We need him. He's our best player. You need your best players to show up and play well, and he did tonight.
Julio Rodriguez also had 2 hits in the game. and finished with 8 hits in the series. Seattle now welcomes Pittsburgh into town tonight for the first of a 3-game set. It's at 7:10 on Root Sports Northwest. Seattle and Oakland, the only game in the American League West yesterday. With the win, the Mariners shaved a half a game off of the standings from Texas. Seattle now 5.5 games back of the division. Cashmere Bulldogs made a major statement on Thursday in the first round of the State 1A State Softball Tournament in Richland when they erupted for 22 runs on 24 hits and cruised to a 22-4 victory over Natchez Valley. Thursday's win over Natchez was the Bulldogs' first state tournament win in school history, and Cashmere now just one of 8 teams remaining in the tournament. Bulldogs will face the Montecito Bulldogs at 1 o'clock in the state quarterfinals. With a win over Montecito, Cashmere would move to the 1A state semifinals Saturday. Now, if Cashmere lost, they'd play tonight at 7 o'clock. Story for Thursday in the blowout, red-hot offense. Cashmere scored 10 runs in the first inning, added 9 more in the second. 10 different players collected at least 1 hit for Cashmere, and 8 players had at least 2 hits. Eastmont and Moses Lake in the Tri-Cities today for the first round of the WIAA State 4A softball tournament. Wildcats facing Puyallup. This morning, Moses Lake taking on Richland. Winner to between Eastmont and Puyallup playing the winner of Moses Lake and Richland. That was in the quarterfinals. Loser to play in a loser-out game as well earlier today. The Brewster and Okanogan girls softball teams in Yakima for the State 2B tournament. Brewster playing Forks this morning. They win, and they would face Warden. Okanogan awaiting the winner of Kittitas and PL in the quarterfinals. Now, Meyer Cooley Heartline also at the Gateway Sports Complex for the State 1B tournament. Warriors facing DeSales today. Win or lose, they'll play again at in the afternoon against either Darrington or Liberty Christian. Also, Brewster Bears in the Final Four of the State 2B tournament, as we mentioned, at Johnson O'Brien Stadium here in Ephrata. Brewster playing the final of 4 games on the field against Tri-Cities Prep tonight at 7 o'clock. A win would put them in the championship tomorrow night against the winner of Adna and Toutle Lake. Again, that here at Johnson O'Brien Stadium. Seems we have a little lightning in the area, and so the fans being asked to depart from the stadium as have a little interesting weather situation developing here at the State 1B and the 2B tournament. Meanwhile, state track and field championships began yesterday across Washington and continue today and tomorrow. The 1B, 2B, and 1A boys and girls in Yakima at Zeffel Stadium. The 2A, 3A, and 4A state track meet is being held at Mount Tahoma High School. The state tennis championship spread around 3 cities in western and eastern Washington. The 1B, 2B, and 1A championships being held at the Gateway Tennis Center in Yakima. The 2A tournament is in Seattle at the Nordstrom Center. The 4A tournament being held at Kamiakin High School in the Tri-Cities. Again, covering the State 1B and 2B baseball championships happening here at the Johnson O'Brien Stadium in Ephrata. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Have a safe and sane weekend. Enjoy the 3-day holiday. Have a great weekend.
Greetings, television family. Dan Kuntz, host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I hope everybody gets to enjoy the 3-day weekend. Don't forget Monday, what it's all about. We get a 3-day weekend, which is a very rare treat for us around here. Then we'll be back on Tuesday with the latest weather forecast, all the news, and everything you need to start a short work week. We got a 3-day weekend. No Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on Monday. We'll see you Tuesday.
And before we let you go on this Friday, let's take one last check of your 7-day forecast as we head into this long holiday weekend. And boy, it is going to be nice. Once again, though, keep your eye on the sky tomorrow. We do have a chance for some of those isolated heavy downpours and thunderstorms. Some of those could contain gusty winds and even some small hail tomorrow afternoon. We're going to warm up to about 82, though. And then look at that weather Sunday and Monday, the rest of our weekend. Sunny skies, 84 Sunday, 86 the high on Memorial Day Monday. And our weather pattern is just going to stay nice for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sunny skies each days with high temperatures generally between 80 and 85. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson, and like many of you, we will be off on Monday. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great holiday weekend.